I have never betrayed the public trust by doing anything like that, McCain said. That statement was made in a call to Bill Keller, the executive editor of the New York Times, to complain about the paper's inquiries along these lines. McCain said the relationship was not romantic, and he never showed favoritism to Ms. Eisman or her clients. I also hold in my hand, from January 25th, which makes it just 1 month ago, the New York Times editorial board, which includes Bill Keller, the editor of the paper, endorsing John McCain as the Republican candidate. Not Mike Huckabee, not Rudy Giuliani, not any of them.
No discussion of any impropriety of any kind.
No mention of it whatsoever, and it appears that the paper was setting up John McCain for this bomb they wanted to drop on him. This endorsement came on the eve of Super Tuesday, when New York voters were voting in the Republican primary. So it appears in the New York Times, choose John McCain because we've got a really good story to destroy him once he's the nominee. Yeah, the plot thickens. Media fireworks. The Drudge Report is saying on December 20th, 2007, essentially a month before the New York Times endorsement, McCain pleads with the New York Times to spike story. So 1 month later, you jump from December 20th to January 25th, the New York Times is endorsing McCain.
So this happened allegedly happened in 2000. He's trying to get them to spike a story, and they're frustrated about it. And then they turn around and endorse him, and then they drop it in his lap today. That seems pretty shady to me.
Name the woman, run her picture. And by the way, she's a little hottie, a cute little blonde lady.
Tell me there's not a dress involved in this thing.
I don't think there's anything involved in it, except the New York Times wanting to make sure that there is no continuation of a Republican administration in the White House.
Slime.
Let's get John McCain nominated, and then we'll blow him out of the water. You see what's going on? Or are you willing to be fooled by the media, in this case the New York Times, trying to rig this election?
Well, they gave away all our secrets to Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, I know. Thank God that grand jury finally called that reporter in. Fred in Chicago.
This is not anything surprising to me, and I think instead of you guys talking about the spin on, with the New York Times and how this is so outrageous that they're publishing this story after supporting McCain at first, you need to be talking about the fact that the Republican Party, boasts about its, moral majority and its.
Oh, wait a minute, Fred. You need to be facing the fact or two. How are you interpreting the fact that the Times endorses McCain and then drops this bomb on him?
Look, it's not anything new. Look, again,
newspapers do that all the time. They rig presidential elections.
Media does all these type things all the time. I don't trust media. I don't trust a lot of these, including your show. I don't trust.
Then what? Do you believe this stuff about McCain?
Well, I don't know him personally. I can't make. I can't. That's neither. I can't make that determination without having all the facts. But the fact of the matter is, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it happens all the time in Washington. And the reality is that here's a candidate who talks about the integrity of Obama.
Well, Fred, excuse me very much. What John McCain is talking about Obama is being a naive potential leader who would get us in trouble. He's not talking about his integrity. In fact, he was
talking about his word. He was talking about his word.
He definitely talks about his words, and his words do count, and so do his wife's. But you're telling me, you look at this situation, you see a newspaper endorsing him and then accusing him of having an illicit affair with a lobbyist? Why would the paper endorse him if they knew he was having this affair, which they clearly did because they were asking about it a month earlier?
Because you and I don't know all the dynamics that behind.
Please, Fred, for God's sakes! I mean, it's going on right before your very eyes, and you're still in denial.
No, I'm not in denial at all. This is a newspaper who chose to do whatever it chose to do for whatever reason it chose to do.
I'll tell you what they chose to do. It chose to torpedo John McCain, and it chose to make sure a Democrat was elected. It set him up for a 1-2 punch. It had this information on him. He's denied it. He's talked to them about it. They insisted on running it, but they wanted to make sure he was the nominee first. What would be the point of running it if he weren't the nominee? The fact of the matter is, Fred, you want to ignore that because you don't like the fact that it has been exposed that papers like the New York Times are doing your bidding. I smell a rat.
Pandering to your every whim.
Oh, so suddenly this is all about you. Jeez.
You're listening to John Gibson.